あとはこれか。
クトリガル国メナス基地って北部の元敵国じゃない。そんなところから脱出の依頼？
基地にいる兵士からのドール需要は多いからね。各地に広告を出してるんだけど。
何が問題なの？
この国、最近内戦が起きてるんだよ。終わったはずの戦争を継続したい過激派
Of
と
course there's gonna be people like that still too.
まったく、せっかく平和になったっていうのに。
世の中には戦争なしでは生きてい
Peace
けない
can
人種もいるの。
sometimes only be,
そう。
you know, it can only last so long sometimes. There's always people that want
手紙を
to,
書きたい気持ちもわかるが、
you know, break the
さすがに危
peace.
険すぎる。
でも少し残念ね。戦場にいる兵士も伝えたいことがあるからドールを呼んだんでしょう。
Well, she would be the perfect person to send, obviously. Though I can see it from their side too, not wanting to send her, you know, send her back to that type of environment.
我が隊はこれより出撃する。
依頼の封筒が消えてる。
え？それって確かキャンセルするって言ってた。
バイオレットちゃんは？
仕事があるって今朝
I
出てきました
wonder.
よ。
So she heard it and took it.
片道1週間はかかりますね。
しまった。
Especially with her current mindset and all the growth she's had and stuff she's learned on the way, this makes so much sense. Right when she heard that, they should have probably not been talking about it, even in private like that. Violet hears it, boom, she's going. It's probably going to bring back a lot of memories of her experience, though, so it could be good and bad.
うちの配達区域じゃないんですって。騒がしいぞ。あ、親方。この女の人がここに自分を配達してほしいって。メナス基地だ？しかもライデンシャフトリヒから来ただと？道理で薄着なわけだ。いいな、嬢ちゃん。ここがあんたが配達されたがってるメナス基地だ。そしてここに
Middle of nowhere,
収容所があ
maybe?
る。いや、あったかな。
脱走ですか？
Worse?
実際には外部からの手助けがあったみてえだな。うちの国にも戦争を継続した
Oh, I thought it was something like they got taken out or
そいつら
okay.
が収容所にいた
That's
ガル
better.
ダリクの残党に武器を渡したせいで戦闘は泥沼化して今や内戦状態だ。
Or more complicated.
ジョーちゃんが配達されている場所は正真正銘の戦場だ。
けれど、そんなところだ
Yep.
からこそ、
She has her
兵
reasons.
士には誰かに伝えたい思いがあるのではないでしょうか。
そうは言っても
To them, it probably doesn't seem like a priority.
いいえ、この山は標高も高く、徒歩で越えるのは困難です。なので、どちらの軍も警戒していないはずです。
Smart.
でもあの山を越えるのは
可能です。飛行機と、そして優秀なパイロットがいれば。
無理無理。
Easier said than done.
たどり着いても上から落っことしでもしない限り。
I mean, that face looks serious, right? I really like this side about her. Like, this side of her.
はい、お客様がお望みなら、どこでも駆けつけます。
She's really grown so much since the first episode. It's been kind of wonderful to see it. Like, learning how important this type of stuff is. And slowly being able to get over things from her past.
そしたら南の国まであっという間だぞ。
あっちの女の子はみんな可愛いって言うじゃないか。
うまい食い物もいっぱい届くようになる。
南か。おい、エール。
はい。
中隊長に伝令。第二小隊はこの地点より迂回。
はい、迂回します。
配置予定時刻は。
Oh man, I had a bad feeling. It was too positive.
くそ、やってやる。
I think they're quickly realizing this is a war zone. A real one. Oh! There's a pro sniper.
お願い、見捨てないで。
Unfortunately, you. Oh no, one shot. Problem is, it's gonna slow you down tremendously, and you got a sniper that could probably move at a decent speed. Let's make this worse. And a cup of horrible. Direct hit, right? Did it hit the guy, or did it hit the guy that... Oh, it hit the guy that was downed. Now there's no... I think you gotta save yourself at this point. Oh no. That's... This guy's not making it home. Without, like, some insane luck. Yeah, you're getting dropped into a literal war zone battlefield. That just happened. She's gonna jump. Yep. She has a mission and she's going to accomplish it.
本剣派は腰抜け揃いだからな。だからこそ我々がもう一度率いてやる必要があるの。
They're gonna take him as a prisoner or something?
では狩りを続け。
Or just stab him.
味方は飛んでないはずだろ。
Unfortunately, he is kind of bleeding out. She's so crazy, and I love it. She's about to Naruto run your ass.
やめろ。俺はあんたを知っている。
Oh, goddamn, she's that famous.
申し訳ありませんが、下がっていただけますか。
Remembering that right away. Though he knows how strong she is then. There's benefits to that. She didn't have to kill anybody.
フィールド様でしょうか。
She's just accomplishing her job. Even jumping into enemy territory. Like, oh god.
遊ばないの？ああ、金の使い道が思い浮かばなくてな。だったらさ、故郷へ手紙でも送れば。手紙？戦場から？うん。俺は手紙なんて生まれてこの方書いたことがないんだ。書き方なんてわからないよ。ほら、あのポスター。素敵な女性があなたの気持ちを手紙にしたためますって。
ねえ、エイダ。せっかくだから綺麗に撮ってね。
God damn.
エイダ。
マリア。
That's all he's thinking about while he's, well, while he was bleeding out.
俺、今暑いよ。
体を冷やさないためです。
手紙書いてくれるか。
今は。
Maybe he actually has a chance to survive this?
書きたいんだ。もうすぐ死にそうだから。
Maybe not.
頼むよ。
Ah, so he wants to get that letter written before he dies.
準備できました、旦那様。
母さんと父さん。母さん、俺のこと今まで育ててくれてありがとう。手紙。
No one usually gets this opportunity.
私の指で覚えております。
So this has got to be something special to be able to say something like this, like when you're dying.
また俺を産んでほしい。お願いだよ。
Oh, that's sweet.
こんな風に終わるはずじゃなかったんだよ。だから父さんと母さんも祈ってまた俺を息子にしてよ。お願いだよ。
first thing he thinks to write is something like that. Sounds like a pretty good son.
私はこのままの方がいいと思います。
君にそう言ってもらえるとなんだかそんな
I was gonna say, you gonna write something to Maria too? Or maybe you don't know what to say to her.
他に手紙を送りたい方はいらっしゃいますか？
マリアに近所のさ幼馴染なんだ。小さい頃から一緒で妹みたいだった人だ。
A childhood friend.
告白されて俺も多分好きで、でも恋人らしいことなんて何もしないまま。
Ain't that a typical story? How that works. Oh, that's actually even sadder. Finally be able to do a confession through a letter.
マリア、元気にしてるかい？覚えているかな？俺に告白してくれた時のこと。俺はすごく嬉しくて。マリア、帰りたい。君のところに死にたくないよ。帰りたい。君のところに待ってて。
Oh man, I can't help but really want this guy to survive.
もう目が開けられない。ちゃんと書いてる。
I don't want to kill the mood here, but god damn, that girl's thick. For anime, that's fucking thick.
俺の手紙お願い。一人じゃないよ。
ここにいます。おそばにおります。
お願い。俺に触れ。
A little bit of support before you
手
go.
を握っておりますよ、旦那様。
Violet will go the extra mile to get the mission done.
なんだか寒くなってきた。
All the stuff you think about right before you're gonna die. What did he say?
マリア、キスして。
Oh, what he wanted to do. If he was ever able to get back. Oh, shit. Most people don't get to die that way. Just got a kiss from a goddess. Seriously? She has... Every single time she has to go write a letter for somebody, there's a ridiculously crazy story on it.
大丈夫ですよ、旦那様。
Because they make every single story here they do in one episode, but it covers it so well and they're so drastically different. They get a different emotion out of you every time. I'm impressed. I mean, obviously it's one emotion plus a cup of sadness.
つがなくそちらにお返しする。よかった。
それでいつ帰ってくるの？
ただし一箇所立ち寄り先があるとのこと。
Oh, to go see Maria, probably. Oh, man. Unfortunately, it has to be a combination of bad news. Oh. God damn. There's nothing really you can say. I think saying anything when you draw... that's the worst part I feel bad for any of the people dropping off letters or dropping off things saying somebody's dead. Like... You can't really say much. And she's feeling the same emotion back. God damn.
ごめんなさい。死なせてしまって。ご めんなさい。
I mean,
ごめんなさい。
there's nothing you could have done. God damn.
クトリガルに侵攻していた和平反対勢力はほぼ鎮圧された。だが一部の反対派は逃亡。
There's always gonna be
ゴールを
some.
狙っていると考えられる。そこで君の部隊の力を借りたい。ディートフリート・ブーゲンビリア海軍大佐。
This guy again.
なぜ陸軍ではなく海軍の私を？
君も分かっていると思うが、今回の和平調印式は大陸全土の今後に関わる重要な式だ。不測の事態に対して考えうる手段は全て用意しておきたい。加えて陸軍の特殊部隊は解散し、有事の力不足は否めない。だが幸いにも君の隊は現役だ。しかも今回の作戦に海軍はうってつけと来ている。
So pretty much they didn't really have any other choice.
奴らの動きに何か目星は
？3日後に和平の象徴として完成した大陸縦断鉄道に施設と民間のドールが乗り、ディスタリーからガルダリクに向かうのだが、これが危ない。二度と争いは起きてはならん。
Dolls
近隣部隊を自由に使って構わん。
is Violet going to be with them? I'm going to assume. All right, time to just drop her off again. Let her jump.
大変な目にあったばかりなんですよ。
She's making the rounds everywhere. Actually, how much she's traveled in like 12 episodes? It feels like she's gone everywhere and anywhere. How many different locations she's been. Ah, so they're going. Okay. Not Violet with the group, but they're... Other people are with the group.
ああ、それが済めばやっと戦争の終わりだ。
I'm sure that's what everyone's hoping.
失礼します。CH 郵便車の方ですね。ナーハハルよりレントラー川を北上し、メヒティヒから運河を経由、そこで待機している特別列車に徳志様と乗車していただきます。皆様の安全を期して途中までを船での移動とさせていただいて。
There is a lot of risk involved, obviously. They're trying to do a peace treaty, but with rebels around and things, anything can happen. Not everybody wants to stick around after the war's already over. Oh! Did they... Now that I look at him, it makes sense, but really, that's his older brother. Ah, man, he's kind of a dick to be the other guy's the other guy is so nice compared, but also I'm sure this guy has his reasons. You can tell this guy's been through so much and so kind of, for a lack of a word, like just war trodden is not a word, but like just completely, he's just beaten at this point, I'm sure, but he stayed in it. So maybe like some people can't kind of get out of that mindset. So I'm assuming this guy never could. No wonder. Now I can see where some of this hate is coming from too.
あいつが書いた手紙で救われてる人もいる。
すっと人の心に滑り込んで、自分が素直になれる手紙。
She really has changed a lot of people's lives, which in part has really changed her life and her mindset too. They were helping her just as much as she was helping them.
収容所から脱出したガルダリク兵士1041名到着いたしました。遠いところご苦労だった。は。 メルクロフ准将閣下にはインテンスの時のみならず収容所からも救っていただき感謝しております。
インテンスか。あの屈辱は忘れがたい。
Yeah.
なお、陽動作戦は成功。南のふぬけどもは我々がクトリガルで全滅したと思っている。
This guy looks hungry for revenge.
我々はその間に
And a burger.
南北の交通を破壊。その混乱に乗じて再びインテンスを奪還する。
これを辿っていけばライデンシャフトリヒまで行ける。この鉄道で俺たちの国にも食料や資源が入ってくる。北と南が和平で結ばれるんだ。
和平。
Time to ride the peace train.
そうしたら俺の仕事も増えて大忙しだ。ジョーちゃんの手紙をまた運ぶこともあるかもしれんな。
She has a way with people. She can make friends with people so easily. Maybe not always like right in the beginning, but she kind of grows on people.
ただいま。
もうすぐ帰ってくるかな。
She's like traveling so far away.
今日にかけて沿線で火事があった模様です。
場所はわかるか？
If Violet is who she was or he was talking about.
動いたか？
グランデッツァ大鉄橋。これが完成したから南北の鉄道が通るようになったんだ。
I just have a really bad feeling. They've kind of made it obvious something's gonna go down for sure. This is also the second to last episode, so yeah.
なんだ？火事か？
違います。
And there's rebels and a bunch of things around.
准将閣下に伝えろ。無事潜入に成功したと。
了解しました。
That was way too easy.
なんで動かないの？
近くで火事だってよ。
Now everybody's in danger.
バンダルさん、あの列車のそばに降ろしてください。
無茶言うな。
同僚があの中にいます。お願いします。
しゃあねえ、捕まれ。
確認されただけ
Yeah,
で
now she doesn't.
昨日から7件の火災が
Now she doesn't have a choice. Gotta go in that exact spot.
しかも
Save your
徐々にこちら
friends,
に近づいてるな。
coworkers.
和平反対派ですか。
ああ、次はこの車両を狙ってくるぞ。敵の動きを探るために先行偵察隊を線路沿いに送れ。
カトレアさんはどこに向かわれるのですか？
ガルダリクとの和平調印
They don't realize what's going on.
近くに爆発の跡がありました。私も同行します。
ダメよ。あなたは会社に戻るの。
ですが、
なぜ貴様がここにいる？
Yeah.
話を聞かせろ。
バイオレット？
上空から爆発痕と9カ所の黒煙を視認しました。
やはりこの鉄道を足止めして直接。
大佐、ご命令を。
貴様は今も命令が欲しいだけの道具なのだな。
違います。
She's different now. She's so different.
私はもう。
His emotions towards her is probably so conflicting. Like I know there's hate, obviously, with any connection with his brother in her. Now that look he gives her and everything makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I don't know, especially from that look right there, maybe he's like split. that it just seems he just seems very conflicted. I don't want to just paint him as this bad guy because I think there's more to it. Obviously, being in war all the time is going to make you very just kind of just I don't know what's the word. I'm having brain farts today, but yeah, I feel like he's very just conflicted in general.
特殊ののたれ者を狙っている模様。何としても守り抜くように伝えろ。全軍に出動準備。周辺諸国にも連絡。再び戦争にだけはさせるな。メルクロフ中将、先行部隊から連絡です。
ディスタリーを出た特別列車に和平施設が乗っていて、イシドルが潜入に成功した。おお。列車を襲撃して和平を振り出しに戻す。
Well, they already have people on the train.
出発後、ディスタリー駅で爆発発生。死傷者はなし。
やはりか。なんとか今回は切り抜けたが、周辺の警戒を厳にしろ。
Or at least they were by it.
恨んでザタイ撤去。トンネルは建設に10年かかっている。破壊されたら。
Yeah, all that work for nothing too, and something that's supposed to bring peace. The way the pilot was talking about it, that could really change the course of how everybody's feeling too. It could start more wars as well.
2番には初老の男性1名、それが特使だと思われます。兵士はすべて4両目以降の車両です。
わかった。
Yep, now everybody's in. That can't be. I was gonna say that can't be quiet. They're not gonna. If they make explosions, they're not gonna be able to hide themselves very easily. They're making themselves known very fast.
兵力の一挙無力化を狙っていたのか。
今の揺れは
バイオレット。特使様をお連れいたします。お二人はここにいてください。前方でも物音がしました。
残された兵力はほぼゼロに近い。俺がこの列車を止める。お前は中の人間を守れ。
了解しました。
Now they have to work together. She's doing it because she cares, not because she's being told to. There's a difference. If it was to protect people, it matters. The difference here is she can do anything for her. She's doing things on her own will. Ah, that. You're just pissing her off even more. Oh! See the difference? The big difference is, and something I'm noticing immediately, even the way she's fighting, the way she's doing things, everything is through emotions now. Now she's able to think, not just think in general, but react properly. When she's mad, she's mad. As we saw from flashbacks when she fought before, it was very robotic. Just like the brother keeps saying that, you just take orders. You're thoughtless. You just do what you're told. And that's not the case anymore, because she reacted from anger, from the way he was talking, the way he was talking, she reacted. It's so much different. Ooh.
思い出した。私はあれを戦場で見たことがある。ライデンシャフトリヒの戦闘人形。
なぜこのようなことを。
お前たちに踏みにじられたものを 人を取り返すためだ。
また戦争を始める気ですか？
お前の中で戦争は終わっているのか？
It's really not.
心当たりがあるよ。
As long as there's other people that's willing to try to start it again.
はやけどのように残っ永遠に終わらない。
There's always going to be people hurt on one side or the other.
我々は全てに裏切られ、捨てられた。ならば全てを破壊して何が悪い？
They don't feel like they have any other choice.
もう誰も殺したくありません。
かかれ。
And you're forcing her to. Or at least defend herself. She's not going to stand there. Obviously. She can still beat the shit out of you without killing you. Oh. See, that's the other issue. When you're not fighting to kill, it can affect the way you fight. They're taking advantage of it. Oh no, that means more to her than anything. Don't throw it off or don't break it.
Oi, 大丈夫か?
何が起こってんだよ。
Or worse, just that's everything to her. Oh, is he? Yup. God damn. I guess he's not that high a rank for no reason.
自分すら守れないくせに不殺とはおこがましい。ギルはそんな奴を守ろうとしたのか。
That's where why he's so conflicted.
戦わない。殺せない戦闘人形などただの足手まといでしかない。だからギルベルトも守れなかったんだ。
Oh, that's what he sees. He sees her being the reason he died.
それでも生きろとおっしゃったのです。
Oh shit. That shot's going. Okay, it sounded like she was able to block it. It didn't sound like it went through. I'm hoping anyway. She used her arm, right? Yeah, it sounded like metal. That's the fortunate part of having a metal arm. Oh god damn. Okay, no more shots on that.
ギルベルトの犬になった。だが両腕を失い、主を失い、何もかもなくしたその果てに、なぜかそこに立っていた。
She's still fighting. But for something with emotions. That means more than anything to her. Really does. Wouldn't it be better just to hand that to her? What if you missed? Oh god. Yeah. I think he's kind of realized that she's for real.
甘いな。時間切れだ。さっさと私を殺していれば間に合ったかもしれんもの。
爆弾か。
Great.
緊急停止！急げ！
Fights on trains seem to be some of the hardest ways to fight. Usually there's a bomb or an explosion or you're gonna run out of track or something. It's always bad. And he doesn't give a shit. He did everything he wanted to do. People that are doing it for the cause usually don't worry about their life so much. More about what they're trying to do, not what, you know, them themselves. God damn. Has he got high heels? Using the power of high heels? I know that's not it, but it looked like a fucking... looked like a heel, a very high heel in the back. No more gripping. Oh, well, a couple finger grips. Never mind. Everything she has, literally her arms, well, her metal arms. If that doesn't show she's for real, nothing will. Well, they solved that problem, just like all the people's problems she was solving. Global peace. That was the thing that was really getting in the way of it. And they're kind of like the mediators, the middlemen.
どうした？
終わったのに。
終わったのに。戦争は終わったのに。息子は帰ってこない。もう息子は諦めようと妻に言ってるんだ。でも
They still want to
わかります。
believe.
よく。
They still want to have hope. Kind of the same way she probably feels about the Major, even though he's probably gone. You want him to still be alive. You still want to have that hope.
はい。もう一日頑張りましょう。
はい。頑張ります。
私もね、手紙書こうかなって思ってるの。道路になる前、私踊り子してたの。
An exotic
お店には軍の
dancer?
人もたくさん来てた。亡くなった人も随分いた。
Definitely an exotic dancer.
その人たちに書こうかなって。バイオレットも書いてみたら？
私はまだ自分の手紙を書いたことがありません。
That is true. She's done it for everybody else.
今のあなたが思う通りに書けばいいのよ。心のままにね。
心の。
That's what she's been learning
少佐。
and figuring out this entire series.
少佐に命令はいただけないのでしょうか。
君はそんなに私の命令が欲しいのか。
命令は私のすべてです。
In reality, she just wanted to be with him longer. She just didn't understand it then. Why it hurt so much.
ご命令ですか。
どうして命令だと思うんだ。私が本当に道具だと思っていると。そうなのであれば。 幼い君を抱いて帰りはしなかった。君をずっと私だけのそばに置かなかった。分かっているはず。
It's like he was trying to confess
怒ってい
here.
るのも辛いのも君を。ないというのなら、ないというのならその顔は何だ。そんな顔ができるんじゃないか。今私のことが怖いだろう。 急に怒鳴られて嫌だろ。
Yeah.
わかりません。
Even then, she had emotions and she didn't realize it.
わかりません。
嘘だ。
少佐の命令を聞いていたいのです。
Oh.
少佐の命令があればどこにでも行けるのです。
She didn't even realize it. She's confessing there without saying it.
私は君が自分は道具であれと戒めるのを見ているのが辛い。小さかった君はまだ私のことを信じて。
God, that makes this like so much sadder. It's because they were both. It was like they were both trying to show their feelings here without being able to. Obviously, he wanted to, but he wanted her to understand.
書けなかった？
心はあるのです。あったのです。あの時も。ですが、わからないのです。
少佐に何を伝えたいか？
バイオレットちゃん。締め切りは今日の夕方だけど、朝までに書ければ俺が事務局に持っていく。だから書くんだ。
バイオレットにブーゲンビリアさんとおっしゃるお客様が。ありがとうございました。
こっちだ。
She hears that and she always hopes it's the major, but it's his brother, obviously. But she just heard that. You just see all the emotion, just the mention of his name, all the emotion comes out of her. You can feel it.
大殿のうちの屋敷には来たことはなかったな。驚かないように言っておくが、少し記憶が曖昧になっている。母だ。
Oh, wow.
あなたは？
This is an interesting scenario.
母上が会いたいと。
ああ、そうだったわ。あの子がここに引き取ってほしいと。やっと来たのね。ギルベルトは一緒ではないの？
母上。
Oh, she doesn't realize it. Probably has.
あの子の瞳と同じ色だわ。美しいわね。
はい。言葉がわからなかったので言ったことはありませんが、少佐の瞳は出会った時から美しいです。美しいです。
それであなたギルベルトとはどういう？
少佐は私を拾い育て使ってくださいました。ですが
分かってるわ。インテンスの戦いであの子。
Wow. I thought maybe she had like Alzheimer's or something.
その話をするために来てもらったのでしょう。母上。
そうだったわね。
Or maybe she still does, but knows that still. Or has, something. Dementia or...
リートフリートはね、もうギルベルトのことは諦めろというの。あの子だってできはしないのに。二人はね、子供の頃からそれは仲のいい兄弟だったのよ。あの子は生きてる。
in her heart.
心の中に。
Mm-hmm.
だから決して忘れない。思い出すたびに辛くてもずっと思って生きていくわ。だって今も。
That you still love your son, obviously, just like she. What she said is exactly how Violet feels. The feeling's mutual.
Violet. あいつの分もお前は生きろ。生きて生きて生きて。
Just like the Major said to her.
これが 俺からの最後の命令だ。
命令はいりません。
That is such a huge step. She was gonna do that without orders.
ギルベルトは道具として扱わなかった。だから、それは両腕を失い、主を失っても、あいつからもらった大切なものを決してなくすことはないだろう。
Meeting with the mother finally got her really thinking about her feelings. Exactly what the mother said you could really write, because that's how she felt. This is such a well-written, beautiful show. Seriously. So different from what I usually watch.
ルクリア、よかった来られたのね。航空祭の代筆であなたも忙しかったでしょ。たくさん手紙を書きました。初めて自分の手紙も。そっか、私も書いたわ、両親宛てに。きっと届きます。
自分にライデン1、いや大陸1のドールになってる自分に。
All the people that she has like really that Violet has affected and changed.
何を書いたんですか？
So many really in a short period of time.
俺の手紙の内容知りたいか？
知りたい。
ああ。実はさ、ホッチンズ宛てに書いたんだ。将来俺が社長に。
Oh damn.
お前、俺にとって代わる気か？
Isn't that what you don't want to do? Like tell your boss though? I'm gonna take your job.
あなただって何書いてんのよ。パパから未来の娘へ。
いつの間にやめて。
書き損じた手紙が社長室のゴミ箱からいっぱい溢れ出てたわよ。パパ。
君がパパと呼ぶな。
パ
やめろ。
パパは君が生まれるのを待ってるよ。
Oh shit.
そして祈ってる。君がすくすく育つことを、幸せになることを、君の子供たちの生きる未来が争いのない幸せで。
Are we gonna hear what Violet wrote though? God damn, that's a lot of letters.
たくさんの人の思いが空から降って。
Literally.
バイオレット。
少佐。親愛なるギルベルト。
Oh, here we go. I was really hoping he'd still be alive. Like this entire series, because they never showed a body. I was really hoping.
少佐のいらっしゃる季節だけが
No.
巡ってきません。少佐のお気持ちが何一つわかりませんでした。でも少佐にいただいたこの新しい人生の中で少しだけですが感じることができるようになったのです。出会った方たちを
You found your own feelings.
私は信じています。少佐がどこかで生きていらっしゃること、その先に何があるかわからなくても、ただ生きて、私は今愛してるも少しはわかるのです。
Oh, that's what I wanted right there. Something so simple that it's expressed in so many different ways, but she had to find it. Oh, I hate seeing her cry. Oh no, here comes the cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms and sadness go fucking hand in hand. Wow. That was beautifully said. And back to, I guess, the normal work life. Wait. Wait, she wrote one sentence?
お客様がお待ちだよ。
今行きます。
Or is that just like the title of it or something? She going? Oh, the client or
お目
something.
にかかります。お客様がお望みならどこでも駆けつけます。自動手記人形サービス。バイオレット・エヴァーガーデンです。
Aw. God. They really make you fall in love with Violet. I like, seriously, I fucking feel for her. God damn, I'd confess to her. That one, I feel like every other episode, and I've said this, almost every other episode has me on the edge of tears, which is relatively hard to do. My emotions are weird. If you've been watching me for a while, I don't cry easily. I think I've teared up maybe twice in all my reactions. This one, I've been on edge many times. Especially some of the Patreon requests I've done that are more emotional, like Your Lie in April or something. I've gotten like, I've teared up and gotten like close. And this one, I don't know if I felt tears in my eyes. I don't know if they actually came out, but even like some of the, because there's so much, I've said this about this show, there is so much room. There's so much room to breathe in this show between sentences. It's not, obviously there is some we got some high action in episode 12 and the beginning of this episode, which is nice. You know, some things happen, but a lot of the time it's very slow. It's very well paced. This is actually perfectly paced for this type of show. But every episode was meaningful. There's no filler in this. Everything is done for a reason. Every person that Violet met was like a step on her way of like finding her feelings. That was the journey in this. The entire, what I get from this show is it's the journey for her to find the love she had for the Major. I'm not gonna lie, that ending, that last minute there, and I was really hoping the client would have been him. That would have been kind of, I don't know if that would have defeated the purpose of this entire journey of her finding her feelings and everything, but did anybody else just want like the Major just to show up out of nowhere? I know it would have defeated the purpose of the show. I don't think it would. I don't think it would have made it better per se. I think it was more of just me being greedy and wanting the perfect. That feels more like the fan fiction ending, ending to me. This ending was way more appropriate. Her being able to like have that moment with the mother and the brother, like the family, and the mother pretty much saying exactly the feelings that Violet was feeling, and that was perfect. Like, this show did it. There's no way I other than, you know, like the little fan fiction ending I was just talking about, I can't think of any other way they could have made this any more perfect. And like I said, I don't think that would have made it technically a better ending. I think that would have been kind of a controversial ending, really, now that I think about it, because it's kind of like you want to give somebody, it's like, okay, you're just trying to please the fans. That would have been a fan-pleasing ending. But this feels very appropriate and very much like real life, and people that have experienced loss in war, their loved ones never coming back, or experiences like that. It's very, there's so many things you can take away from this and kind of bring it into real life. But this really was a story, you know, an anime of love and emotions, and it's very outside my repertoire, outside of my normal things that I watch. I've been introduced to some more out of my, I guess it would be a little bit more out of my comfort zone. You know, my bread and butter, my normals, you know, action, comedy. It's very, especially comedy is very easy for me to get into because it's just, I always try to find the comedy in things, even in the most dramatic and most emotional experiences. My brain automatically defends with comedy. So when I watch a comedy, it's very easy for me to kind of just, you know, feel it and enjoy it. So with drama and, you know, kind of, and romance and stuff, I feel like I have to kind of let my guard down a bit and try to really soak it up. And I have to fight with myself sometimes to not try to like, you know, make a joke or make it like make something, even though there was, you know, little bits of comedy in here. I really tried to take it as it was for this show. And that's how you open up to really feeling the emotion, what this show is trying to give you. And that's why I was on the edge of tears. It felt like at least every other episode, is because I really I'm kind of proud of myself, really, because I let my guard down a little bit when it came to how the show was trying to affect me. Sometimes I fight it a bit, and it really made me feel like I really lost myself. Not only is the music beautiful in this show, not only is the animation, obviously the budget must have been huge. It's just everything just was perfect. You really can lose yourself, and that's what you want from an experience like this. You want to be able to lose yourself. That's why people watch movies, TV shows, and stuff. You want to lose yourself in the experience. Why you play games? You're trying to relate, either relate or like absorb yourself in the characters and in the show. And this show just makes it so easy to do. I loved Violet's journey. I loved that we focused on her and her growth was everything. I loved how they made, like, the writer made you love her. Like, if you didn't love Violet by the end, I feel like the heart is gone. Like, my heart can be cold sometimes, and my heart like warmed up 50,000 times. You wanted her to get her perfect ending. Seriously, that's all I wanted. I wanted her to be able to find love, but the love was already there. That was really what I got from the show. Is didn't matter if the person was alive or dead. It was the feeling that you had. If they were still alive, just like the mother said, they were still alive in your heart. And that's the way she felt. She did not, and kind of how I thought in the show, I really thought he wasn't dead. And they still didn't really confirm that. They never showed a body. There's a lot of people that, you know, never come back from war, right? I mean, did it look like he died? Yeah, obviously. I mean, we saw the blood, we saw or whatever, but they didn't. It was never like 1,000% confirmed. So you always want to have that little inch of hope. And that's how she felt. She didn't feel like he was dead. And even like she just, you know, I was just glad that she was able to find that love and be able to express it, even in a letter, even to like her, to his family. It was just beautiful. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. This was an amazing show. I would definitely recommend it 100%. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.